So my main peeve about the scamdemic was that, is there really any difference between, if you won't even let somebody cut your hair if they don't like you, and you won't sit down and eat food at a restaurant if the staff, if the kitchen staff doesn't like you. So what's the difference if you take a most dangerous ever vaccine cranked out in a fraction of the time that it takes to develop a vaccine by somebody who hates you? Why don't you just let them come inside of your body? Like, what would be the difference between getting the vaccine and having some strange man come in your body? Can you tell me that? And then you made everybody, you pressured everybody and gave it to children and everything. Now there's some dude running around waiting for his milk production to reach some kind of quality standard to be placed in the refrigerator next to breast milk in a sympathetic pregnancy induced by fucking hordes of fucking poison that could get mixed up and then drink it. See what I mean? Like, that's why I don't feel bad talking about cocksuckers. So I don't feel bad if I, like, because, like, even I gotta take my distance and not raise any kind of disputes when I see what looks like child abuse, because they put, what I'm saying, every, like, you're supposed to cover, like, every part of your, or what's it, like, the breathable orifices of your face has to be covered with material. You know what I mean? Where you're just, like, restricting airflow. It's just like, a lot of people were like, no, they could do it. Old people could do it. Everybody, you can do it. Like, fucking, you are a cocksucker. Now you agree with me, and you're not ready for me to be nice because there's no fucking pandemic. You got me to say the pandemic. It's like, it's just repetition. It's like, sooner or later, it doesn't matter if it isn't true. If you repeat it enough, then it's fucking true. Then, I mean, I understand where people, if they want to try to explain themselves and saying that since this happened or that happened and it was COVID or whatever. But it's just writer's block, because pathologies were mutating. Pathogens mutate several times a year. They never had a problem with naming them. Scientific names, they just fart those out. It's a better system than moving from Greek alphabet over to fucking numerals or some kind of, like, I don't know, Chinese or African, like, beer god or something, like the Delta strain, Alpha, Delta, Beta. Fucking, you're gonna run out. We don't do this present year shit. Like, oh, this is coronavirus, the year that we found it. There's supposed to be like 4 or 5 of them. At the same time, the flu shots were always trying to hit like 2 or 3. There's usually one main target and a couple others as a bonus to give you. Come, give me a fucking break. So they're not talking to educated people anymore. They're trying to show them that they can get away with certain shit in a way that lets them understand without everybody understand that they're being talked to like that. The people that they really after are the ones that might backtrack on something like the PB dossier. Then instead of saying I was wrong, they say, well, you're gonna have to explain to me because I don't know what that is. Now that I'm talking about is, I would never call that person a cocksucker, because that's your mom. Like, you would never call her that. But I mean, if anybody else, then you're a fucking cocksucker if you're anybody else but her. So, I mean, anybody's, gonna have a difficult time using a word to describe their mother that the same way that they would describe anybody else.